Angel Reese is legitimately bad at basketball, like god-awful. One of the worst coordinated players I've ever seen. Just throws shit up and prays. They're treating her like a Make-A-Wish kid. Oh, look, she hit a jump shot. I mean, honestly, yeah. Her team went on a nice run after they finally took her sorry ass out.
The latest numbers from Unrivaled are in, and they're not looking good. If you thought the hype surrounding Angel Reese was untouchable, you're in for a surprise.
The reason why we watching women's basketball is not just because of one person. It's because of me too, and I want y'all to realize that. Like, it's not just because of one person. A lot of us have done so much for this game, and Kennedy has been here before, obviously, but there are so many great players in this league that have deserved this for a really, really long time, and luckily, it's coming.
Unrivaled made a strong debut, pulling in around 310,000 to 320,000 viewers. Not bad for a new league trying to make its mark in the crowded sports world. But then came Angel Reese's highly anticipated comeback after her controversial ejection. You'd expect fans to be glued to their screens, eager to see her silence the critics and prove her coach wrong. Instead, it was a total flop.
Last night, and she's back to mid-season form. She really is. She's absolutely delivering on that double-double. That's right. Points, rebounds, and of course, lost.
Only 140,000 people tuned in. That's right. 56% of Unrivaled's audience disappeared. Imagine that. Over half the viewers who initially gave the league a shot just said, "Nah, we're good." But it gets even worse. What happened next was downright embarrassing.
Avery comes up with the board. Long pass, perfect to Reese. He was unable to get it.
Off the board comes a long pass to Reese. She couldn't finish. Let's break this down. Angel Reese's game against Phantom was supposed to be must-see TV. Fresh off a dramatic ejection, the stage was set for a fiery redemption performance. Fans were expected to tune in, ready to watch her dominate and make headlines. But nope, only 140,000 people showed up. That's brutal for someone hyped as a ratings magnet and box office star. And the worst part? That number looks even worse when you compare it to another Unrivaled game from the same week.
Foul! Get the hell out of the basketball game. It's the same as it was last year, folks. Seriously. We're going to get the double-doubles and lose the game.
Now let's talk about LA versus the Owls. No ejections, no wild drama, no viral trash talk. Just pure, simple basketball. And guess how many viewers tuned in? 190,000. That's 50,000 more than Angel Reese's so-called big return game. Can you believe it? A regular game with zero controversy and just clean hoops pulled in way more viewers than Reese's heavily hyped comeback. At this point, you've got to wonder, what will it take to get fans interested in watching her? Because clearly, basketball alone isn't cutting it.
Well, again, no Brianna Stewart today. The Congressman is 7 straight shots. That's off all screens. So she's not getting any easy look. Reese.
For months, we've been told Angel Reese is a game changer, a walking headline, a ratings juggernaut. But now that the numbers are in, the truth is clear. The hype isn't turning into actual viewers. Think about it. If a controversy-fueled storyline like her ejection couldn't pull fans in, what will? Should Unrivaled start handing out free prizes just to get people to watch? Maybe throw in some mascot stunts at halftime, offer buy one get one free tickets, or even give out free Wi-Fi with every stream. Heck, maybe a raffle for a new car, just for sitting through a full game. Because if Angel Reese can't keep the audience engaged, what's left?
I can't tell that anything's changed or gotten any better. Again, go back and look. The double-double streak, yeah, there was a whole hell of a lot of losing in there for the sake of that streak. Seriously. They made gumbo in Louisiana where she went to college, but she's cooking Dumbo, not gumbo. I cracked up when I saw this live. She's still catching her own rebounds and not making shots from 5 foot away. Unrivaled, it was boring, but fantastic for memes. Oh, it's going to birth a whole generation of content. I guarantee you around that. Absolutely.
Here's the real issue. This isn't just about Angel Reese. It's about Unrivaled as a brand. A new league needs momentum, and it relies on stars who can actually draw an audience. The fact that Angel Reese, one of their supposed biggest attractions, is losing viewers this fast is a major red flag. Fans aren't buying the hype, they're not tuning in for the drama, and they're definitely not watching just for Angel Reese. At some point, the league has to realize you can only sell controversy for so long before people start tuning it out.
Blew by Burke, but couldn't get the floater to go. Angel Reese.
We all know Angel Reese isn't the type to take criticism quietly. If there's one thing she's shown, it's that she doesn't hold back when things don't go her way. So, what happens now? Does she blame the media? Call out the fans? Shift the focus to Unrivaled itself? Whatever her next move is, one thing's certain, she's not going to be happy about this. And honestly, can you blame her? This isn't just a small dip in viewership, it's a complete ratings collapse. And here's the kicker, this is just the beginning.
Format, same result. The shimmy, the moves, the misses, effing hilarious. Ends up on her ass again. She's getting worse. Some things never change. Embarrassingly bad.
At this point, the numbers, the performances, and the lack of fan interest make one thing crystal clear. Angel Reese is nowhere near Caitlin Clark in terms of impact. And based on what we've seen in both the WNBA and now Unrivaled, she's not even the second best. Think about it, Caitlin Clark has shattered records, filled arenas with sellout crowds, and single-handedly boosted WNBA viewership. When Clark steps on the court, it's must-watch TV. Fans, casual viewers, analysts, and even haters all tune in just to see what she'll do next.
Spinning, and as the shot clock expires, the ball goes out of bounds and it belongs to New York.
Now compare that to Angel Reese. She was hyped as Caitlin Clark's rival, the so-called villain of women's basketball. But here's the brutal truth. She's not good enough to even play that role. You can't be a true rival if your skills don't measure up, your performances don't move the needle, and, most importantly, fans don't care when you play. When people talk about legendary sports rivalries, they think of Larry Bird versus Magic Johnson, two superstars who dominated, pushed each other to new heights, and created must-watch spectacles every time they faced off. Reese just isn't in that league.
Got help over on Kennedy. Carter going in underneath, and that was the chance. Inside, Cardozo and Reese both frustrated. Oh, and T-Spoon got teed up.
Angel Reese doesn't even come close to that level. And honestly, it's an insult to mention Magic Johnson in the same breath as her. Magic was a basketball genius, an all-time great. Reese? She's struggling to keep 140,000 people interested in a full game. This isn't a Bird versus Magic rivalry. It's more like Caitlin Clark versus a random Twitter personality who just tweets about her 24/7.
The reason why we watching women's basketball is not just because of one person. It's because of me too, and I want y'all to realize that. Like, it's not just because of one person. A lot of us have done so much for this game, and Kennedy has been here before, obviously, but there are so many great players in this league that have deserved this for a really, really long time, and luckily, it's coming.
Rivalries are built on greatness clashing against greatness, and let's be honest, there's no clash here. Caitlin Clark is soaring to new heights, while Angel Reese is out here losing viewers left and right. So, where does Reese go from here? Because it's clear she's not the future of women's basketball. Maybe it's time she fully commits to her side hustle, podcasting.
Understanding, like, I'm a kid from the inner city of Chicago that got a chance to live the dream out. Yeah. And I got a chance to do all the things in the middle of this dream that I actually wanted to do, like go to all.
Angel Reese has put more effort into trash talk and off-the-court antics than actual basketball. She's clearly more comfortable talking about the game than playing it, and at this rate, she's building a brand based on controversy rather than performance. It's clear Angel Reese is leaning more into controversy and attention-grabbing antics than focusing on her game. While other athletes are building their brands around professionalism and excellence, she seems more focused on creating headlines than making an impact on the court. At some point, you have to ask, is Angel Reese truly a serious basketball player? Or is she just using the sport as a platform for everything else? Because based on how things are going, fans are already making that decision. Fans aren't clueless, they can spot the difference between genuine talent and someone propped up by media hype. And the numbers don't lie. Angel Reese isn't a ratings draw, she's not an elite player, and most importantly, she's not Caitlin Clark's rival.
Davis, time winding down. Are they going to get the ball up in time? Clark for the win! She does it time and time again!
Caitlin Clark is building a legacy, breaking records, elevating women's basketball, and attracting millions of new fans to the game. Meanwhile, Angel Reese has built a reputation as more of an antagonist than a respected competitor. Her game has relied more on attitude than actual skill, and that's becoming painfully clear as fans lose interest in watching her play.
This is a physical game. Oh, I think
Minescu brought help over on Kennedy. Harder going in underneath, and that was the chance.
From taunting opponents to outright disrespecting the game, Angel Reese has shown time and time again that she's more focused on stirring drama than improving her skills. Remember her infamous "you can't see me" taunt toward Caitlin Clark in the NCAA championship? It was a viral moment, sure, but it highlighted how much of her brand relies on theatrics rather than on-court.
And Angel Reese knows a ring is coming. The Maryland transfer has thrived at LA.
At the time, some fans loved it, claiming Angel Reese was just playing the villain role. But here's the problem: villains only work when they actually back it up on the court with skill and maturity. Instead of showing growth and sportsmanship, Reese has doubled down on her bad attitude, constant complaints, and excuses. Every time she loses, it's someone else's fault. Every time she gets ejected, the refs are to blame. Fans have caught on to this act, and they're tired of it. Sports thrive on competitors who respect the game, who improve, and who win with grace. Reese isn't doing any of that right now. Compare that to Caitlin Clark. Whether she wins or loses, she lets her game do the talking. No excuses, no blaming refs, no whining about media coverage. That's why millions want to watch her play, and that's why Reese's fan base is fading fast.
Gotta tell you, they did this league a major disservice putting the fans where they did. Now, this thing was, I think, it only holds like 900 people.
For the longest time, Angel Reese's main claim to fame has been her rebounding numbers. But here's the catch: a huge percentage of those rebounds come from her own missed shots. That's not dominance. That's just padding stats off your own mistakes. This is where Caitlin Clark effortlessly exposes Reese's game. Clark doesn't need second or third attempts to get her points. She just makes her shots. While Reese is busy chasing down her own misses, Clark is draining deep threes, dropping insane assists, and actually winning games. Fans have finally caught on. Rebound Queen is just a fancy way of saying, I missed my first.
No, in full form last night, mid-season form, absolutely. This guy says, are they back in the bubble? That's exactly what it looks and feels like on television, is that awful NBA bubble basketball, you know, where the Lakers and LeBron won that fraudulent-ass title in the bubble. Yeah, it just like that.